So y'all, let's get into it. I have not done this. Hello? Hey, it's me. It's Tommy. How y'all doing? So let's get into this right here. This is some news you can't use, but everybody talking about it. But I haven't even touched on it, and I'm gonna go ahead and do it. This might be the only one video you see about this, I was about to say wrong, unless this person goes to jail. So all of this stuff is alleged. Let me say that now, so don't come for me, Diddy. Okay, they said top bombshells from downfall of Diddy. Hollywood eerily quiet about rapper's investigation. Why? Because all of them tied up in it too, allegedly. More than a month after bi-coastal Homeland Security investigation raids on Sean Diddy Combs' property in Los Angeles and Miami, a new documentary explored the dramatic unraveling of one of hip-hop's most influential power players. I would like to say he held all the cards by way of video. A slew of Combs' confidants and former associates recalled their relationships with the mogul in The Downfall of Diddy. That's the title of the documentary, The Downfall of Diddy. With legal experts weighing in on what is to come for the billionaire Bad Boy record. Y'all, I used to want to be on Bad Boy. I ain't know no better. This was, when I started singing and stuff like that, I wanted to be on Bad Boy. Everybody wanted to be on Bad Boy. Bad Boy, come out and play. Wow, listening back to that was weird. Very weird and telling. God knows how to block what you want it to be a blessing. Okay? That wasn't for me. So the raids on March 25th were in connection to a federal human trafficking investigation, of which it is unclear if Combs is the target of the federal agency's probe. In February, Combs was named in another sexual abuse lawsuit, marking the fourth case filed against the rapper since November in the latest Tubi series. So this is on Tubi, The Downfall of Diddy. I don't have Tubi, dang. And I ain't getting it for this either. So if you clicked on this video, you never been here before because you saw Diddy in the title or whatever you saw in the title, how you doing? Welcome to my channel. My name is Tommy on Tommy Bakes TV. I would love for you to subscribe to the channel. This is my first kind of sort of video on doing this stuff. So I typically do news you can use of things that's happening out in the world, that's going to affect your pocket. So let's get to it. Diddy federal investigation sparks interest in famous friends. Interviews resurface. A lot I can't tell. Combs' lifestyle as the go-to player in the music industry was highlighted throughout the hour-long expose, which featured interviews with Aubrey O'Day, of course, rapper Mark Curry, producer Stevie J, and Suge Knight from jail. It says Combs was known for his Rolodex of high-profile friends and hosting some of the biggest parties across the globe. One common theme discussed during the documentary was the silence heard around the world when it came to any ally speaking in support of the All About the Benjamin singer. Hollywood is eerily and noticeably quiet about all of Diddy controversy right now. BET News host Mark Lamont Hill said, I think there's a very simple reason for it. People in glass houses don't want to throw stones. And I totally agree with him because a lot of them partied with him. A lot of them are worried that they're on some of that video that Diddy has in his house. Well, now the feds have it. So being this is my first kind of sort of video doing this type of information, go on and give that girl a thumbs up because she needed to get out to more people. So the radio silence around the case, around this particular case, in my opinion, is highly unusual, says a former CIA officer. Even if you look at the R. Kelly, someone who is very much maligned and should be given what he's convicted of, but he did have supporters early on. Diddy has none. Crickets. I do find that kind of unusual myself as well. And I'm not a CIA agent or anything like that. But where are the people other than Stevie J, other than Young Miami, his girlfriend slash whatever she is to him, other than those people, the paid people, where are those friends like Jay-Z, Beyonce, Kanye West, Ellen, Oprah? Where are those people at? So Stevie J is Diddy's longtime friend. He noted that a lot of these cats, first of all, they don't have the hearts. Second of all, it's like I can't be seen standing next to him while that's going on. I don't want people to look at me funny. Y'all, that's how he be talking. But anyway, so you've got those that just don't come near it because they don't want to be affected, and that's just the way it is. Only thing missing from that sentence is man. He talks like he's still in the 90s. Anyway, Curry claimed Combs' friends may be silent due to surveillance systems at Combs' homes that they did not know was happening, okay? And they might have did some freaky things. That I added that part in there. So Curry is saying if they have 250 cameras in his home, well, from his home, they have a whole bunch of images or footage of things that were going on in that house. You name it, he's connected to them. If we start unraveling the thread of Diddy's networks, you're going to find a lot of people. And like Jeffrey Epelator, some of them might be implicated. So former bodyguard Gene Deal claimed, I don't think it's only celebrities that are going to be shook. He had politicians in there. He had princes in there, i.e. Harry and Will, allegedly. Well, not allegedly. We got pictures. He also had a couple of preachers in there. Hallelujah. So shortly after the raids, Mary J. Blige shared an ominous Instagram post alluding to possibly cutting ties with Combs after more than 30 years working together. Unfortunately, a lot of you all met me when I lacked boundaries, Mary said, and was a people pleaser, Mary said. Mary said, I'm sorry, I'm thinking about Essie. Let me reintroduce myself. I burn bridges as needed. That's what Mary J. Blige said, okay? But some people don't remember about Mary J. Blige because I'm a Mary J. Blige fan, honey. Those were some of the songs that I was competing in talent shows and performing around the city. Okay, so Mary J. Blige left Diddy's camp before. People like to think that they remained friends all of that time. No, they didn't. No, they didn't, because he did her dirty just like, allegedly. He did her dirty just like he did everybody else dirty. He was taking more money than he needed, okay? And who else? Let me see how I'm going to say this. Who knows what else he was taking? So, yeah, allegedly. Now, Aubrey O'Day gave insight into the alleged abuse she suffered after years of working with the famed music producer. Aubrey O'Day was famously fired from Danity Kane, the girl group that Combs created through MTV series, Making the Band. I watched that. The mistreatment was enough to have changed the course and direction of her entire life, she says. The mistreatment was enough for me to have to spend a good amount of time in the hands of a professional to learn what grooming is and unlearn the grooming. The treatment was so bad in some regards that I'm not ready to speak about it, but I will. End quote. One interviewer asked Aubrey O'Day, were you verbally or physically abused? She admitted she was not prepared to delve more into that topic, but offered a glimmer into the harsh reality of her experience working with Combs. So to me, that sounds like Aubrey O'Day is going to either do her own documentary or she's going to do a book, and she is about making her money, okay? Aubrey O'Day also said, "Does it matter? I've been in physically abusive situations. The verbal ones hurt me way more," she said. "The abuse was significant enough to change the course of my life." And she's absolutely right, because at the age of 19, I was in an abusive relationship, and it started out verbal, and then it turned physical. But that verbal does stick with you even more so than the physical, because see, the scars, they heal, but the physical hurts deep inside, and those things you carry with you that you cannot forget. You move on with your life, but there are simple things that trigger you into flashing back to a situation that might have happened to you. And if you want to know my story, let me know in the comments, and maybe I'll share it. I've shared it before. I have it on my channel. But let's get back to this, because this ain't about me. This about Diddy. Aubrey then goes on to say, "On making the band alone, we experienced intimidation tactics. We experienced body shaming, beat downs, and then we thought we were absolutely nothing. It was very like training us to be good soldiers." One of the most shocking confessions came from Suge Knight, the Death Row Record founder, allegedly responsible for the revenge murder. I said Erda. I'm sorry. Of Combs' most prominent client, B.I.G., the notorious B.I.G. Okay. Knight's own reaction to the Combs raids and subsequent public downfall even shocked him. And that's a lot to say from a man who ran over another man in broad daylight and now is serving time in prison. Suge Knight is. Just saying. He is, Suge Knight goes on to say, "My first reaction, it's not the reaction I thought I'd had when it came to Puffy," because y'all know they did not get along. The former music executive said in his phone interview from California's Ronald Donovan Correctional Facility, "I thought it'd be a reaction like, he got what he got coming, because everybody knows what's been going on." Suge says, "My reaction was actually different because I felt like, damn. The first thing came to my mind was, he has sons, he has daughters. My reaction was first about the kids. And the thing is, I feel it's a bad day for hip hop. It's a bad day for the culture, because it makes us all look bad. Like, taking another man's life doesn't make the culture look bad. I'm just saying, don't go for me." I'm still trying to figure out why are people showing him empathy because he got sons and he got daughters. He know he got sons and he know he got daughters when he allegedly did all the stuff that they say he allegedly did. I'm just saying, I don't want to get into all the stuff he allegedly did because it's disgusting. So Knight also added, "I'm not the type of guy to cheer for people's downfall. And if somebody get unalived or something happened to them," I told y'all I'm new at doing this, "I'm not going to pop champagne bottles. And if I have a problem with Puffy," and they are quoting this man word for word, so I'm reading it as they're quoting it. "And if I have a problem with Puffy, that's for him, and I sit down in a room and resolve it. So for the tragedy on both sides, to the victims, to him, that's definitely not nothing to cheer about." This is the first time he even mentioned that there are victims in this whole situation. Okay? Diddy is not the victim. He might have been the victim when whatever happened to him as a child, or allegedly, or whatever. But then at some point, that switch flipped. Okay? And he's not the victim. My opinion. So Suge started addressing the silence that's going on right now in hip hop and Hollywood, whatever. So he said, when it comes to the silence in the industry, he's convinced that there are signs of guilt. If they walk like a duck, quack like a duck, it's going to be a duck. I don't think one person around who was hanging with Puffy, who has not acting like Puffy, birds of a feather flock together. And then he asked the interviewer, "What you think?" Suge is intimidating. Even as I'm reading this, I'm intimidated. So they are all going to stick together to keep everything swept under the rug, because they lift that rug up. You're going to find a whole bunch of blank that you don't want to see. So don't lift the rug up, honey. Sweep around it. That's what he's saying. Knight also weighed in on accusations stemming from the lawsuit Diddy's ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura filed in November. She withdrew her suit one day after filing because he paid her. And for us, you pay because you did something wrong. But that doesn't mean you're guilty, right? So I don't think Cassie's a liar, because we know what type of stuff goes on. And I just say it like this. I don't think Puffy needs to be destroyed or hung or put to death, he said. I think that Puffy, or if it's me or anybody else, we should be able to tell our truth. By telling our truth, we can't change the past, but we can help the present and we can help the future. So if Puffy tells his story uncut, it can help everyone. Let him tell the truth. The thing is, he's not going to tell the truth, or he's going to tell his version of the truth, which doesn't make it a truth. It makes it false, basically, because he's not ever going to tell the truth. If that was the case, none of this would be happening. He would just been upfront about everything that's going on. This is not about his sexuality, because if you want to be who you want to be with that person. But to abuse in the process of doing that, and to do things the way he allegedly was doing them, is wrong. Do no more of this. I can't. This is too much. I'm done. I'm sorry I even wasted y'all time, but I'm gonna put this video out. But I'll see y'all in a few with a real video as far as a store walkthrough. Today is store walkthrough day. So to sum this crazy thing up, this is all the words. Suge Knight is a man who is serving 28 years in prison after pleading no contest to voluntary manslaughter for a 2015 hit-and-run death while filming Straight Outta Compton in broad daylight. So in addition to the federal investigation, Combs is also being sued by Liza Gardner, Joy Dickerson Neal, Jane Doe, who a lot of people believe is allegedly Tierra Marie, and music producer Rodney Lil Rod Jones. Combs has denied each of those claims and says he is innocent. Okay? A rep for Combs did not immediately respond to Fox News Digital requests for a comment, which is where I'm getting this entertainment news from. So guys, that's all I'm going to give you on this Diddy situation. If you want more, then let me know and I'll give it to you, okay? I'll see y'all in the next video. I'll call you.